Senior officials meeting on Yemen taking place in Brussels on 7 May is an opportunity for NGOs to collectively take stock of challenges, identity actions, and galvanize funding and support for Yemen. This report has more.
This year saw a military escalation in Yemen and the Red Sea, which has underscored the risk of a wider confrontation that could undermine the fragile progress made to date. The stakes for Yemen are high as funding continues to decline, while the politicization of the crisis and regional tensions are mounting. The sixth senior official meeting on Yemen, or the SOM, taking place in Brussels on the 7th of May, and the prior technical discussions on the 24th and 25th of April are opportunities to collectively take stock of challenges, identify actions, and galvanize funding and support. Severe access constraints and bureaucratic impediments continue to undermine the principled response across the country, including delays in securing assessment, permissions, project agreements, visas, and travel authorizations. While constraints in Houthi-controlled areas continue to be significant, NGOs report an increase in bureaucratic impediments in government-controlled areas. Yemen's food crisis is on the verge of catastrophe as a growing portion of the population faces emergency levels of hunger. Countrywide, more than half of the population, around 17.6 million people, continue to suffer from acute food insecurity, including 6 million people who are just one step away from famine. The humanitarian response plan for Yemen was less than 40% funded in 2023. This is the lowest funding rate committed by donors since the onset of the conflict in Yemen. This year, despite a decrease in the amount sought, over 90% of the required humanitarian funding is still unmet. $2.7 billion must be fully funded to meet the urgent needs of approximately 11.2 million people that the humanitarian community aims to reach across the country. With no standalone pledging event currently scheduled, the SOM must galvanize increased funding and support for the humanitarian response and long-term recovery.